Hey, what's up YouTube? Comic Freak for Life here. And today I am going to be doing a recap video of what happened at YCS San Diego, the Battle Pack format thing that they did for the first time ever in the United States. So I was really actually excited for this because I know that the good players will do good and the bad players will do bad because it's more balanced per se. I mean, even if a person buys like say a mermaid deck, a deck that always has been winning and topping, including YCS San Diego. Say a bad player plays that deck, even a bad player playing a good deck will do bad because they're a bad player. And that was exemplified in the Battle Pack sealed tournament because all of the famous good players such as Billy Brake and Jeff Jones and all those people, uh, they did good because they're good players, even in Battle Pack sealed. Me personally, I actually pulled pretty well. I pulled like two Pot of Dualities and a Pot of Greed, as well as like a Fiendish Chain, a Compulse, and I forgot what the other trap card was, but as well as good monsters. So it, I was supposedly supposed to do super good because I had pulled good, whereas some of the better players may not have pulled as good as me. Even though it is relative, depending on what you pull, some people think other things are better than others. Even though they may have pulled average or less than average, they still did very well because they are good players and they know how to play with what cards they were given and they know how to build their deck the right way. Watching these people do just as good as if they had been playing with their mermaid deck or whatever deck that they were playing, other than sealed, they would still do just as good. I went X3. I lost on the bubble, barely missed it, but I made sure I made sure that I would have fun no matter what happened because I just love the idea of Battle Pack. I love just playing. Everyone's technically even. You all get random stuff, and it's depending on how good you are as a player as how good you do. So I did actually very well, although I did not make it to day two, so close, but I was still satisfied with how I did, considering how good of a player I am. I'm not as good as some of those people that are sponsored by like ARG and such, but I feel that did good enough to almost make it. Um, Now about like sportsmanship and like I was saying, I made sure I had a good time. I was hanging out with Slim X Team Symmetry. He's a super awesome guy, super down to earth. It's like any other guy you'd hang out with if he was your friend. Uh, you can just talk to him, get to know him. He was playing on the bubble as well, trying to make it to day two. Second to last round, I was watching him play. He played this guy, and he barely won in time. And the guy went like ape crazy on him. He's all, oh, he's cheating, and he wanted to see a deck list. And I think he had two Graceful Charities, which actually isn't that good in this format. Graceful Charity is really only good when you're playing with cards that help it, like it's combo sort of like Dark World or something like that. But in and of itself, Graceful Charity isn't a super ridiculously broken card per se, as something like Pot of Greed. But the guy got mad and he went crazy. But I made sure that I didn't play like that. If I lost, I would lose with dignity. Say you were the better player, you beat me, or maybe you drew a little bit better. But still, it always comes down to the better player. So when I lost on that last round, at the beginning of the round, before anything happened, I made sure to let him know, hey, I'm here to have fun. If I lose, I won't go crazy on you. I'm trying to have a good time. I'll kind of joke with you as we're playing, make sure that we don't have a bad time depending on who loses. I did end up losing, and I was a good sport about it. I made sure that he knew that he outplayed me, and that he deserved to win. So that's something I'd like you to take away from this is to make sure that when you're playing, don't get all caught up in the game. I mean, try to play well, but don't make it your top priority to win, and that if you win, you're gonna be a little crybaby and and cry about it, but or get mad, but to make sure that you use sportsmanship and let the other player know that you had a good game and that there was no animosity between you, so that you guys can make sure that both players don't come away with it with a good feeling that they played their best and that it was good, it was all legit. So all in all, I had a really good time. The round after that, Slim actually lost, Mike lost, sadly, but it was kind of mixed emotions because you had to get at least 19 points. That's at least 6 wins, a draw, and the rest can be losses or greater than that. And the last round, what people were trying to do is kind of go for the draw so that both people would make it without saying anything. Otherwise, the judges would notice and they'd get game losses. But uh, it didn't get off that way. They tried, but it didn't really work out. So sadly, he wasn't able to make it to day two, but he tried his heart out. Same did I and all the other players that lost on the bubble or won on the bubble. So it was actually a really, really good tournament overall. I had a really good time, had a really good time meeting other people. It's great to see someone say, hey, you're Comic Freak for Life. Yeah, that's me. Get to talk, hang out, met some other people I've seen that did well. So it was a really good event overall. And if they had another Battle Pack tournament near me, I'd do it in a heartbeat. I loved it. So that was my overview and what happened at YCS San Diego. Hopefully, you guys enjoyed the deck lists I posted. Those were some of people I knew or people I met. Kurt and Homom, they're two of my friends that I know from around the area. So I'm glad that they topped. So congrats to them, congrats to everyone else that played and whatnot, and hopefully everyone had a good time. So that's my recap of YCS San Diego. This is Comic Freak for Life, keeping it real, signing out.